Scott, thank you. Good morning. Scott asked me to come here this morning and tell you a little bit about our business and the importance of Mississippi's transportation system on our company. I'll give you a little history about our business. We were founded in 1927 here in Jackson, Mississippi. We're based out of Ridgeland, Mississippi with 5 area offices across the state. Our main business is the production and delivery of concrete. We operate 41 concrete plants on a regular basis and employ approximately 400 people across the state. Our trucking fleet consists of 220 mixer trucks and 15 bulk haul units that we operate on a daily basis. Most of you in here understand that concrete is a basic building product used in all residential, commercial, industrial, and infrastructure construction. What you may not realize is that it's a perishable product. It has a certain time frame where it has to be delivered to the job, finished in place in order to perform the way it was intended to perform. So the state's infrastructure system is very important in us meeting our customers' needs, not only in delivering our finished product, but also in the delivery of the raw materials that go into making our products such as cement, fly ash, sand, gravel, and limestone. To put things in perspective about how dependent we are on the state's infrastructure system, in 2015, our mixer trucks and 15 bulk haul units traveled over 5.5 million miles in that year, mostly in Mississippi. So to give you an idea of how much diesel fuel we're burning or buying in a year's period of time, we get about 5 miles to the gallon for those mixer trucks. So you can understand what we spend on diesel fuel and in turn what we pay in fuel taxes to maintain our highway system. Let me say right now though, what we're paying to maintain that system, I'm not complaining about. And in fact, I realize that what we've got to do in order to maintain a system where we can continue to deliver those products to our customers, it's going to be more expense on us. And I'm fine with that because I know if we don't have that system, that at the end of the day, we're going to be hurt economically and from a growth perspective. So I want to point out a few things. Paula mentioned earlier about the impact. You don't realize the impact until something happens to you of how dependent you are on the transportation system. And I'm going to talk about 4 or 5 things that have happened to us over the past 4 or 5 years that really brought this to bear when they happened. One of them was about 5 years ago. We were delivering concrete to a pipeline pumping station down in North Simpson County in a rural part of the county up there. And 3 of our mixer trucks were headed to the job, took a wrong turn, ended up getting on a road that they couldn't turn around. They ended up having to cross a low-weight bridge. All 3 trucks made it across the bridge fine, turned around. First 2 came across, made it fine. The third one felt something when he went across that bridge and realized he had damaged that bridge. We ended up working with the county to replace that wood pile bridge with a precast concrete bridge, and needless to say, that was an expensive lesson on our part right there. And from that point on, we made it very clear not only to our drivers, our area managers, our salespeople, and our dispatchers that under no circumstances are we to put ourselves in a situation anywhere in the state where if we run across a posted bridge or low-weight bridge, we'll cross it. Otherwise, it would lead to termination. So we've gotten to the point of where everybody realizes that, and we've gotten to the point of where we've had to turn down concrete. Shortly after that situation there happened, there was a cell tower project being done down in the Utica area. Our customer called us and said, hey, we've got this project, I want you to come look at it. In driving down there looking at the project, what we found out that in order to get to that job, and the only way to get to where that cell tower was located, we were going to have to go across a road that had a low-weight bridge on it. And we told our customer, we cannot do that. We're not going to take that risk of potentially doing damage to it. A couple of weeks went by, and we ended up going back down there to check on the project, and come to find out somebody had delivered concrete to the job and in turn poured that. Don't know who it was, but it was a risk we weren't going to take. Another situation that has come up in the past 3 years, and most of you are familiar with this section of highway, is Highway 6 between Batesville and Clarksdale. We've got plants both in Clarksdale and Batesville, and a lot of times we have to move trucks between both locations in order to service certain projects. Our trucks weigh somewhere between 30 and 32,000 pounds, depending on how they're loaded with fuel and water. That's an empty truck. A full standard mixer will be about 60,000 pounds with an 8-yard load on it. Most state highways can handle or are rated for 80,000 pounds legally to haul. That stretch of highway, however, was in a situation where we could not even take an unloaded mixer truck across that highway because of the condition and the deterioration of those bridges that existed. Fortunately, that stretch of highway and those bridges are now in the process of being replaced. But we went through a period of time, and I know farmers up there went through this same situation of where you could not, you had to go way out of the way in order to deliver the products to market on that. And that drove up the cost of our product, and it drove up our delivery cost on that. Another situation that we've run into here recently is up on Highway 51, the bridge across Coldwater River. That bridge we were very dependent on going between Coldwater, our Coldwater plant, and the Hernando market. That bridge ended up failing last year, and they had to let an emergency repair job. It's currently under repair right now, but just to give you an example of what that means from a delay standpoint, now it takes us an additional 20 to 30 minutes to deliver concrete from Coldwater up to Hernando. Not to speak of the commuters going from that area up to Memphis to work every day, and the traffic jams that are caused on I-55 North in the morning and then I-55 South coming home in the afternoon. One last project that I want to tell you about that we're currently working on, and a similar impact, is we've got a bridge replacement job over in Rolling Fork. Ideally, that would have been better to serve that project out of our Yazoo City plant. But due to a low-weight bridge on Highway 16 between Rolling Fork and Yazoo City, we're having to service that project out of Vicksburg. That's added about 30 more minutes to our delivery time. In closing, I say all this, and I mention these situations that we've run into, not to criticize those that are responsible for maintaining our state, county, and local roads, but to point out to everyone here how much we rely on a good, well-maintained infrastructure system, not only for our business, but also for the economy and the growth of the state. Thank you.